Hey guys, I hope everybody's having a fantastic day, whether y'all are watching this in the morning, in the afternoon, or in the evening. I'm glad you're all here. I want to take a quick second and give a shout out, a thank you to all the channel members. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate you more than you know. I just wanted to thank all you guys who've made the time to come in here to check out my knife, my EDC content. You support the channel. I appreciate you. If you've got the time and you're so inclined, if you'd hit that subscribe button and the bell notification icon, I would be super stoked. But today I wanted to kind of look at a couple of different primary carry options. I've got two very similar knives here and two very similar functions. And what I wanted to do is I wanted to look at a full-size folder, the Vero Axon, and I wanted to look at its fixed blade brethren, which is a little bit different. It doesn't fold, it's a little bit thinner, but I wanted to look at both of these knives and talk about the pros and cons of both and which one I think I kind of lean towards to a primary EDC. So the Vero Axon was an early favorite of mine, probably one of my first premium knives, manufactured by Joseph Vero. This is one of the early liner lock versions in OD Green Micarta. It's number 797, M390 blade, has a really nice liner lock, has fantastic ergos, feels great in the hand. I think it has a very utilitarian blade, maybe not as pokey stabby, a little more blunt, but an absolute laser beam, a very able cutter. Whether you're using it lightly around a campsite, or whether you're breaking down cardboard, or whether you're just doing some of those urban EDC tasks like opening up packages, cutting cord, cutting tape, cutting straps, you name it. It's a really good knife. It folds up to a smaller size, so its closed size is going to be right around 4.5 inches. And its open size is going to be at 8 inches. It's going to have a thickness of right around 1/2 inch with that contouring, say close to 1/2 inch. But a nice package, right? You've got a pretty deep carry clip, comes up to about here, so it's really easy to carry in your primary pocket. You carry it in a fifth pocket, carry it in a back pocket. I typically carry it in my right pocket just as a primary carry. And for the longest time, I would carry a modern folder, usually carry a slip joint in my left pocket, and then usually carry either on my appendix, a small EDC, or in my back pocket, maybe a small EDC knife. So that's just kind of part of my carry solution. But then I started getting into knives like this Vero Axon, which is also a secondary carry, until I started looking at it as a primary carry. When I say looking at it as a primary carry, the size of the knife and the overall functionality of what the knife would be employed to do, we got some dirt down in there, but what the knife would be employed to do are kind of overlapping each other, right? One of them is just a little easier package to carry, and one of them is a fixed blade. Fixed blades, to me, if they're carryable and if they're easy to conceal and they're comfortable, they offer, to me, some kind of pretty stark advantages over a folder. For one, you've got a very simple platform of a solid full tang knife that's going to come in a good bit thinner than the folding version, because of course you don't have those internals to work with, but you've got the same resilience of the blade stock, you've got the same grind, you've got the same laser beam M390 capabilities, and you've got a knife that I have come to appreciate not as much as an enhancement to my carry, but as a replacement to my folder. So instead of carrying my Axon or a full-size folder and a medium to full-size fixed blade, I can just opt to leave the folder at home, carry the fixed blade in my right pocket just like I would the folder. I am going to have more handle exposed, but if it's under my shirt, it does not print, and I find that it's very concealable, and it's also very accessible, where I don't have to worry about, once I get the knife out of my pocket, deploying it. It's just a real easy transition. And I also like to carry knives appendix style, like I've got this little MKM. So the Vero is unique, and I think very, where's my bit? Very flexible in its carry. I've got an ulti clip on it now, but that ulti clip comes off very easily if I don't want to carry it in my pocket. Let's say I want to carry it on my back or on my belt towards the front or towards 3 o'clock. I can simply replace the ulti clip with some of these Amazon or leather straps. I've carried this knife a lot in this configuration, and it works very well. Probably going to go up one. Give it just a little more loop. There we go. So we will put that through there. And then we will take this other strap and put it through there. I just like to space these straps out, and I might adjust them to where it balances horizontally where I carry it. But once you get these locked down, you simply find where that little divot is, and that's how you lock them down. That's also how you remove them. So now I've got the Axon where if I don't want to carry it in my pocket, I can simply carry it on my belt. I'm just threading it through my loops, guys. I try to split my front loop, which is a little tricky because I've got them so close together. I've got to get my belt to bend back through the belt loop of the pants and then come back forward into my plastic loop, which is actually much easier when I'm not trying to film myself getting it on, because it puts added stress and pressure on me. But I got it now. So lock that in, get that out of the way. And now I've got it carrying on my belt. So you've got choices, guys. You can carry the knife as a fixed blade on your belt. You're getting the same form factor, or you can carry it as a folder in your pocket. And just to give you an idea, the sizes are going to be the same Our naked weights, 3.8 ounces, 3.5 ounces. If I take my sheath off my belt, 5.6 ounces with the sheath. But keep in mind, even though that's going to be a couple ounces heavier, it is going to be supported by either the ulti-clip or by the straps. And in my opinion, it does not feel as bulky in the pocket. I really like it in the right pocket with the ulti-clip. The reason why is because it carries very similarly, because this knife's a little bit longer, whereas my MKM Micro is so small I can carry it at my appendix and I don't even feel it. This one will sometimes stick out if you're carrying it horizontal. The best way would be to carry it probably scout across your back, but that's not one of my primary carry methods, just because I'm not as accessible to the blade. I just, for some reason, don't naturally go for it there. So what I do, what I prefer is when I'm carrying either as a enhancement to my daily carry, I like my back pocket with an ulti-clip or a pocket dropper. And when I'm carrying it as my primary carry replacement, I really, really prefer having it in my right pocket, just like I would my primary carry knife. And it just seems to work very, very well. So what I need to make sure I do is get this on the right side, because what I want to have happen is when I put it in my pocket that it be situated in the right way. And the reason I'm sticking it down 3 holes down is because I want it to ride with a little bit of the handle sticking out. I could pull it up and it would result in a deeper carry pocket, but I think this works just very well. I've got that grommet on there so I can kind of tighten it down, because this one has a very short gap to where you can't get 2 screws in, but you can definitely get one tight enough to hold it. So the way I prefer is, again, carrying this in my right pocket, use the ulti-clip to lock it down on the hem, or use the folder. But these guys are fantastic knives. They were really the only folding slash fixed blade combination I could use as an example, but I thought they filled a great example where you can look at 2 knives that basically have the same usability profile, the same open profile, and they're both set up to be carried in an EDC. It's just preference. Do you like a fixed blade or do you like a folder? For a long time, I would always say a folder because they're a lot more fun to fidget with. As I've kind of grown in my knife hobby, I've really become a big fan of fixed blades, only because they work so well. They are what I think to be superior tools because they are a solid tool. But yeah, that is the Vero Axon fixed blade and the Vero Axon Liner Lock. 2 fantastic knives that really serve the same purpose. They just go about it a little bit different. So the choice is yours, guys. What I like to do is just point out some of my thoughts. And again, if you'd asked me this question 2 years ago, I would have said the folding Axon, no doubt. Since I've had this fixed blade Axon and I've been able to carry it and use it, the thinness, the nimbleness of it, and the just fantastic ergonomics, blade shape, and knife design. I love the choil. I love the narrower handle. I love the quality and the feel of it being solid versus it being a folding knife. There's no play in this knife. There's nothing that makes this knife seem at all sketchy. It's just, I prefer a fixed blade. But guys, let me know what you think. I hope you found this video somewhat informative, maybe thought-provoking, maybe boring as hell. Y'all can tell me in the comments, but I'm looking for different things to bring you guys and different ideas to think about. And for a long time, I never considered a fixed blade. Now, even as an urban city dweller, I can see a great place for it. But guys, thank you so much for watching. Please look out for the guy or gal to your left. Please keep an eye out for the guy or gal to your right. Please look out for each other. Go forward with love in your heart and choose to bait, not hate. I love you all. Peace.